Force will be with you, always.
Hey, and welcome to the Force Always. My name is David Zammit, or Diz. In the news this week with Star Wars, there was two significant points. The first being the Episode 8 production begins. It said a lot to me with the images, even though they were very limited, but is a good way to advertise what's going on with Star Wars at the moment. The lead-up shot into the island looked very sort of anticipation, sort of creepy feel. It would have been great to see a bit more darkened weather about it. The shot with Luke said to me there's a very serious, sort of angry feel to his look, which could mean a lot of things. It would be great that it's just a long road ahead for Luke and what he has to do. And the shot with Rey, it almost looked like she was handing the lightsaber a second time with a sort of closer shot, and maybe this is a bit of frustration that he does not want to take that lightsaber. What reason, I don't know, but it would be great that it would be part of the reason that he just doesn't want to do this yet again. The other news this week in Star Wars was the John Williams behind the scenes thing on StarWars.com. John Williams is an amazing part of Star Wars. The music is just amazing to listen to, as we pretty much all know, but it's just amazing for his age, and amazing that even Force Awakens, which didn't really have strong themes that are, greatly remembered, like the Imperial March, but it did have Rey's theme, which was interesting, very nice, just not a usual Star Wars piece, but that's what's making Star Wars fresh. And it's just amazing how much he thinks about the writing of the music. To this day, at the age he is, he's just still on point. And that was the news in Star Wars this week. Okay, now to Darth Vader's dad and Luke Skywalker's death. My creative idea, not prediction, as I really want to push creative ideas than predictions. I think it's more fun, and I think it's something that I'd like to see. So the creative idea of Darth Vader's dad, way back in the prequels, one of my creative ideas back in '99 is I thought that it would be great to see the Emperor become Darth Vader's dad, or at that point, Anakin Skywalker. Now, how this would have happened is, Anakin's mum would have been chilling out Tatooine in a bar, which Tatooine is very famous for bars, including one of the most famous cinematic bar scenes ever, the cantina scene. So she would have been chilling out, and Palpatine was just chilling out as well, and he really wanted his seed to continue. So I think he would have taken advantage of Anakin's mum, and not the most best ways of doing things, but it would have created a very strong rating type Star Wars compared to what we saw, which was very childlike. But it would have created the tale of the bad dads, from the Emperor to Darth Vader eventually, and at this point, the Anakin Skywalker being born from pretty much nothing needs to be addressed. I just think it's a very empty point, and it can be addressed in the new trilogy we're going through now. So how it can be, well, let time sort of reveal itself. So Darth Vader's dad needs to sort of be found, and I think the best person to be his dad, being the strongest person with the Force, definitely through the prequels and even the originals, was Palpatine / the Emperor. Now, Luke Skywalker's death, it's going to happen. It will happen in episode 9. And I think the best way to deal with his death is for him not turn to the dark side during episode 8 and the most of 9, but I think to sacrifice himself to save the greater of good, which is the rebels, the resistance that we know at this point in time, is to have him sacrifice his life to destroy the dark side by himself. And that would be coming towards the end of the film in episode 9. So he's not really wanting the dark side, but he's using the dark side to destroy it. And it would almost be like Spawn, the character Spawn, the comic strip character, where he became evil, fighting evil. And this would be a great end to Luke Skywalker's death. That's, in my opinion, that's a creative idea. Anyway, thank you very much for watching this week's The Force Always. My name's David Zammit, or Diz.
The Force will be with you, always.